Different watches say different things about people. This is What Your Watch Says About You, Volume 3. So the first one is the Casio G-Shock. What this watch says about you? Well, it says you've been watching way too many of Nico's videos and you're sucked into the God-tier lifestyle. Just kidding, Nico. They're great watches. Look, I had a Casio even. I had many Casios at one point. So what this watch says about you? Well, I think the first thing it says is that you clearly like watches, where, let's be honest, there's people out there that don't use watches at all. They pretty much always come up with that lame excuse of, why do I even need a watch for when I can just check it on my cell phone? But what this watch says about you is, well, you clearly want something that's not expensive, unassuming, extremely versatile, and straight up almost indestructible. I mean, there's nothing those G-Shocks can't do. They take a beating from every angle with almost anything. And most importantly, since they're digital, they're accurate. So you know what? That's what that watch says about you. It says, I want a watch that's reliable, unassuming, and I can pretty much do almost anything with it. Next up is the Versace Overseas. I love this watch. This is an iconic looking watch with a lot of tradition, and hey guys, it's pretty much a stunning watch. What it says when I see somebody wearing that watch is two things. One, the guy has style and likes classic watches. Number two is he's possibly sick and tired of waiting for the call of the AD for the Royal Oak, that he just decided to go with the Overseas. I mean, that's what I feel that's going on lately. I feel that although they have picked up steam the last year and a half, I kind of feel that it's been a little bit of an overflow from the people that really want the AP Royal Oak. Not saying that those of you at home that have an Overseas didn't just buy it because they like the Overseas, because I, for one, am one of those. I really like the Overseas. But what I kind of think of when I see it is, I wonder if he really wants a Royal Oak better. Next, we got the Omega Speedmaster. Now, I personally feel that if you have an Omega Speedmaster, you didn't just randomly end up with one. There's a lot of different Omegas out there in the lineup, and the Omega Speedmaster, in my opinion, is the nicest, most watch guy related model there with the most history. I just feel that the Speedmaster is the Omega that I think about when I hear the name Omega. So if you have an Omega Speedmaster, it clearly says that you want a watch that's iconic, that has a real tradition behind it, and you necessarily don't have to spend a crazy amount of money like this watch. They hold value pretty strong in the market. Why? Because Omega Speedmasters have a cult following. So when I see a man wearing an Omega Speedmaster, you know what it says to me? It says, this is a watch guy. And now, I'm not gauging what type of level in the game he is or what he wants to spend. It just tells me he's a watch guy. Next, we got the Hublot King Power 48mm. Now, I don't care which one you have, whether it's the Chrono, the Diver, the this, the that, whatever. If you are wearing today in 2021 a Hublot King Power, what it says to me is you didn't get the memo. Or you did get the memo and you really do not care and you just want to wear it, and that's fine too. The worst possible case scenario would be you didn't get the memo. Because if you're wearing that watch nowadays, I mean, wow, you're really beyond that. If you didn't get the memo, where have you been? Because look, there's guys out there that like those watches. I even know a particular gentleman that collects specifically those watches. And that's okay, because he's making a conscious decision that he really enjoys these watches and collects them. And you know what? That's totally fine. Why not? I mean, that's why there's so many different, and you gotta buy what you like, and I totally respect that. But when I see somebody wearing that watch, what I think is, I hope they got the memo. Last is gonna be the Richard Mille RM2501. So what this watch says about you? Well, it says you need Jesus, straight up. You know, bring the priest with the holy water right now and splash it on your forehead, because there is an exorcist in effect right now. Who in their right mind would wear this? I'm just being honest. Have you really looked at that watch? it only is gonna fit 2 people. Either someone that has a really tacky taste, or I don't know if it's a perfect contractor's watch with so many different attachments. It has a laser welder with a staple machine and a built-in air compressor. I mean, what the heck is this thing? It looks like that H2 Hummer of a watch. I don't understand what is going on there. One of the things about that watch that really drives me insane is, why is there a bubble level on the side? If anybody at home knows exactly why there is a bubble level on there, I know some of you at home are gonna say, well, it's because it has a built-in compass or blah, blah, blah. Look, I think that the most ridiculous feature of that watch is that bubble level attached to the side. If it wasn't for anybody else but Sylvester Stallone, I have no idea how the marketing end of that watch would have ever worked. That's a particular model that I honestly never really understood what they were doing. So this has been another episode of What Your Watch Says About You. Feel free to comment below what you think about anything I've said about these models. And if you like this video, like and share it. Also, subscribe to my new channel.